You stand on a platform of pure light. It hums beneath your regulation boots. Before you, the Nebula Conclave waits. These are beings of impossible age and power. They are not made of flesh or metal. They are made of gravity and starlight. One is a pillar of silent fire. Another is a storm of crystalline thought. Their minds are vast as planets. Their patience is thin as a nebula's veil. You are the human envoy, a creature of bone and blood and doubt. You feel impossibly small in this grand chamber. The air itself tastes of ancient energy. The conclave has existed for 1,000,000 years. They have judged the birth and death of stars. They believe they have seen everything. They believe nothing can surprise their star science. You clear your throat, a tiny, fragile sound. It is a noise of biology in a hall of physics. You are here to represent a young species, a loud and chaotic species. You are here to speak for humanity. You wonder if they can even comprehend your words, or if you are just a brief curiosity, a pet. The conclave regards you with cosmic indifference. Their attention feels like the weight of a sun. You are a footnote in their endless history, a brief spark in their eternal twilight, and you are about to ruin their afternoon. A message has arrived at the conclave's edge. It was carried on a whisper of warped space-time. It came from beyond the galactic rim, from the great empty dark. The message speaks of a new threat. It calls this threat the Void Swarm, a hive of countless ships, a mind of singular, hungry purpose. The Elder Ones dismiss the warning instantly. Their thoughts ripple through the chamber, not as sound. They are feelings of pride and disbelief. A lord of gravity pulses with amusement. A lady of plasma radiates scorn. They have stood against every threat for ages untold. What could a swarm of mindless things do to them? They see the swarm as cosmic dust, an annoyance to be swept away. Their grand armada has never known defeat. Their star-born weapons can crack open moons. They believe their power is absolute. Their confidence is a fortress built over eons, a fortress that has never been truly tested. You listen to their silent debate. You watch the shimmering lights of their consciousness. They are magnificent and powerful and blind. Their pride has become a shield against new ideas. They cannot imagine a foe that does not play by their ancient rules. They cannot imagine failure. You have seen the data they so easily ignored. You have run the simulations on your own ship. Your human mind is not vast like theirs. It is small and sharp and built for paranoia. You see things they do not, a pattern in the chaos. The swarm does not conquer worlds. It consumes them. It does not fight armies. It erases them from existence. You step forward again onto the glowing platform. Your voice is steady, but your heart beats fast. You try to explain the danger in simple terms. You speak of exponential growth. You speak of a hive mind that learns from every fight. You tell them their old strategies will fail. They must adapt, or they will perish. The conclave meets your words with total silence. It is not a respectful silence. It is the silence of a mountain ignoring a breeze. The pillar of fire does not flicker. The storm of thought does not stir. They have heard your plea. They have judged it unworthy of a response. They have made their decision. Your ignored warning hangs in the air. It is a ghost of a future they refuse to see. They believe you are young and frightened. They believe you do not understand true power. You understand one thing perfectly. They are all in terrible danger. The conclave dispatches the Grand Armada. It is a fleet of breathtaking power. There are 10,000 ships. Each one is a work of art and destruction. Their hulls are woven from hardened light. Their engines bend the fabric of space. It is the greatest concentration of force in the galaxy's history. Leading them is the Conclave's greatest military mind, Admiral Vorlag. You watch the fleet depart on the Conclave's viewers. It is a river of silver and gold. It flows into the dark toward the galactic rim. The Elder Ones are confident. Some even show a flicker of excitement. A real battle will remind the galaxy of their might. It is a chance to prove their superiority once more. For a moment, even you feel a surge of hope. Surely nothing can stand against such power. The Armada arrives at the coordinates of the first swarm contact. It prepares its starborne cannons. It targets the encroaching tide of darkness. Admiral Vorlag sends one final message. For the honor of the Conclave, we engage. Then the message cuts out. The viewers show only static. Days pass in the Great Chamber. The static remains. There are no energy signatures. There are no distress calls. There is no wreckage. There is only a profound and unnatural quiet. The Grand Armada, all 10,000 perfect ships, did not return. They are a fleet of ghosts now, lost in the void. A new feeling enters the Conclave chamber. It is a feeling they have not known for 1,000,000 years. It is cold and sharp and ugly. It is panic. The pillar of fire now wavers violently. The storm of crystalline thought turns muddy and dark. The loss of the Armada is not just a defeat. It is an impossibility. It shatters their understanding of the universe. Worlds on the galactic rim begin to go silent. One by one, their signals vanish. The swarm is not slowing down. It is accelerating. The Conclave's ancient weapons, the planetary shields, the fortress stations, fail. The swarm does not engage them. It flows around them like water around stones. It devours the soft planets behind the lines. The Elder Ones cling to their dogma. They shout across the void with beams of energy. They demand the swarm face them in honorable combat. They cannot comprehend a foe that refuses to fight fair. They cannot understand a war without rules or strategy. It is like trying to punch the tide. Their power is useless. Their desperation is a terrible thing to witness. These godlike beings are reduced to fear. Their minds, once as clear as a vacuum, are now filled with confusion. They are watching their perfect, ordered galaxy burn. And they have no idea what to do. They finally turn their attention back to you, the small, fragile creature they had ignored. You stand before the panicked council once more. The weight of their fear is heavier than their pride ever was. They are ready to listen. Your moment has come. You activate your own display. It shows no star charts. It shows no weapon schematics. It shows a simple, elegant waveform, the sound of a human heartbeat. You propose the unthinkable. You tell them to stop fighting with plasma and gravity. You tell them to fight with information, with ideas. The void swarm is a hive mind, a perfect, unified consciousness. Its greatest strength is its unity. So, you propose to break that unity. You will not destroy their ships. You will destroy their mind. Your plan is a strategy of madness and chaos. You want to broadcast a signal at the swarm, a signal containing everything that makes humanity what it is. Art, music, philosophy, mathematics, contradictory histories, competing religions, thousands of languages, billions of individual thoughts and feelings. You will give the hive mind an overdose of individuality. The Elder Ones stare at your simple waveform. They try to comprehend your strategy. It goes against every principle of warfare they know. They fight strength with greater strength. You want to fight unity with chaos. To them, it is the strategy of a fool. It is the last, desperate cry of a dying species. The chamber fills with a new sensation. It ripples from the Lord of Gravity. It echoes from the Lady of Plasma. It is laughter. Not a sound, but a wave of pure, condescending ridicule. It washes over you, cold and sharp. They think your idea is a joke, a pathetic human attempt to solve a cosmic problem. You wish to fight the storm by shouting at it. One mind projects. They cannot comprehend fighting with ideas. To them, ideas are for philosophers in quiet contemplation. War is for starships and overwhelming force. They point out the flaws with brutal logic. Your signal is just noise. It cannot possibly harm a physical ship. Your weapon is an equation. Theirs is a supernova. They call your plan an artist's dream. They mock your species' obsession with feeling and thought. They say you value beautiful noise over hard reality. Your proposal is officially rejected. You are dismissed. The laughter of the Star Lords follows you from the chamber. It feels like a final judgment on humanity's foolishness. But you are not defeated yet. As you exit the main chamber, a lesser being approaches. It is a Fornaxian, a creature of silicon and slow, deliberate thought. The Fornaxians were a minor race in the Conclave. They were often overlooked. Their homeworld, the planet Fornax 5, is directly in the swarm's path. They are next. Desperation has made them bold. The Fornaxian makes you an offer. The Conclave has rejected your plan. But the Fornaxian people have not. They have little to lose. Their grand fleet was lost with the Armada. Their planetary defenses are obsolete. Your mad idea is their only hope. It is a 1 in a billion chance, and they will take it. They offer you a small fleet, just 12 escort ships. They are old and barely spaceworthy. They were scheduled for scrap metal. Compared to the Grand Armada, it is a pitiful force, a gnat against a hurricane. The Fornaxian jokes that their primary weapon is rust. But they have powerful modern broadcast equipment. That is all you need. You accept their offer without hesitation. This is your chance. A chance to prove your theory. A chance to show the arrogant elders the power of a new idea. You and the Fornaxian forge a secret alliance. An alliance born of shared desperation. You now have a fleet. Your very own fleet of ghosts in the making. You and your small human team work tirelessly. You work inside the lead Fornaxian escort ship. The ship's name is the Unlikely Variable. Your team finds this very funny. You convert the ship's main communication array. You turn it into your weapon. It is a strange kind of arsenal you are building. You are not loading missiles. You are loading libraries. You compile the chaos signal. It is a weapon made of human art, history, and beautiful noise. You include Beethoven's symphonies and the heaviest rock music. You add the poetry of every language. You include the full text of every competing philosophical work. You add recordings of children laughing and people arguing. It is a signal of pure, unfiltered, contradictory humanity. One of your engineers suggests adding humanity's tax code. She says it is the most confusing thing ever created. It might just short-circuit the hive mind by itself. You laugh and agree to include it. The Fornaxian crew watches your team work. They are puzzled but hopeful. They have never seen anyone prepare for war by debating which paintings to transmit first. The signal is ready. It is a torrent of information, a weapon of beautiful, terrible chaos. It is everything humanity is. All our glory, all our foolishness, all our love, and all our rage. It is a testament to individuality. You hope it is enough. Your small fleet, the Unlikely Variable and its 11 companions, departs for the front line. Your meager fleet of 12 ships confronts the enemy. You find a vanguard of the Void Swarm. There are over 300 of their ships. They are biomechanical horrors. Black, insect-like craft that move in perfect, terrifying unison. They drift silently in the void. They are a wall of death waiting for you. Your sensors scream with warnings. Your tactical display shows impossible odds. The Fornaxian captain looks at you. His silicon face is impossible to read. But you can feel his slow, steady resolve. Your human crew is tense. They triple-check the broadcast sequence. Their knuckles are white on their consoles. The destiny of their world, and perhaps the galaxy, rests on this single, insane moment. The Swarm Vanguard detects your tiny fleet. It begins to move. Not with a rush, but with a calm, predatory certainty. It does not consider you a threat. It considers you food. The black ships align. Their weapon ports begin to glow with a sickly green light. You have only seconds. You look at your communications officer. "Open the channel," you say. "Give them everything we've got." The order is given. The unlikely variable points its broadcast array at the swarm. It unleashes the signal. There is no sound in the vacuum of space. But in that moment, it feels like a shout that rips across the stars. The collected noise of human existence flies toward the enemy. A symphony of chaos. A poem of defiance. The first note of a very different kind of war. The effect is instant. The effect is brutal. The swarm's perfect unity shatters. The signal, your torrent of human art and logic and madness, slams into the hive mind. It is a billion contradictory thoughts hitting a single, ordered consciousness. It is a sledgehammer to a crystal sculpture. For a moment, the Swarm Vanguard freezes in place. The green weapon lights flicker and die. Then, chaos erupts. A swarm cruiser on the left flank suddenly opens fire. It does not fire at your ships. It fires at the cruiser next to it. Another ship spins wildly out of control. Its engines fire in random bursts. The perfect silent unison is gone. It is replaced by a cacophony of panicked individual actions. The hive mind is not just disrupted, it is screaming. Your crew watches in stunned silence. The Swarm Vanguard is tearing itself apart. Ships that moved as one now fight each other with mindless fury. Some simply drift away, their connection to the hive severed. They are like ants that have lost the scent trail, lost and confused. The terrifying wall of death has become a self-destructing mob. You did not fire a single shot. Your weapon was a song. Your weapon was a story. Your weapon was humanity. The Fornaxian captain lets out a low rumble. It is the sound of silicon laughter. Your crazy idea worked. It worked better than you ever could have imagined. The Conclave watches your victory from their grand chamber. They use deep space sensors to view the battle. Their sensors record everything. They see the Swarm Vanguard approach. They see your tiny fleet facing certain doom. They see the swarm tear itself to pieces without you firing a single weapon. They watch it all in utter, profound silence. The laughter has stopped. The recording plays on a loop. The ancient, powerful beings watch it again and again. They try to understand what they are seeing. Their greatest fleet was annihilated. Your fleet of 12 rusty ships defeated a swarm force with a radio broadcast. The truth is undeniable. Their way of war is over. Your way has just begun. A message comes from the Nebula Conclave. It is not a suggestion, it is a plea. The Elder Ones offer you a new title. They offer you command of all their remaining forces, every ship, every station, every soldier from every world in the Conclave. They are yours to command. They are making you the new Grand Admiral. You, the envoy from a young, loud species. You, the fool whose plan they laughed at. You are now their only hope. You stand on the bridge of the unlikely variable. The weight of their offers settles on you. This is no longer just a test. This is now your war. You accept the title. Grand Admiral of the Allied Fleets. It has a nice ring to it, almost as nice as Chief Librarian of Weaponized Poetry. You begin your new role immediately. You have hundreds of fleets from dozens of ancient races at your command. Their ships are powerful. Their crews are disciplined. Their tactics are hopelessly rigid. You have to teach them to unlearn 1,000,000 years of tradition. You lead the Allied fleets across the galaxy. You teach the old ones the art of unpredictable war. You show them how to use feints and misdirection. You teach them to use their communication systems as weapons. You introduce them to the human concept of improvisation. For these ancient races, it is like teaching a mountain how to dance. At first, they resist. Their captains are used to strict formations and battle plans set in stone. Your tactics seem chaotic and reckless. You order a fleet of mighty destroyers to transmit horrible opera at an enemy squadron. The tactic works. The enemy is confused. You order another fleet to retreat, luring the swarm into a trap made of conflicting mathematical proofs. Slowly, they begin to learn. They see the results. The swarm, once an unstoppable tide, is now confused. It cannot predict your moves. For every fleet it confronts, you have 10 more broadcasting nonsense from a dozen different directions. The galaxy becomes your orchestra, and you are its mad conductor. The war has turned in your favor. You have pushed the swarm back across the galaxy. You have cornered its shattered remnants. Your probes have located its core intelligence. It is not a queen or a central brain. It is a vast, planet-sized node of pure psychic energy. A nexus that once bound billions of ships into a single will. It is damaged, wounded, but still immensely powerful. The final battle is at hand. Your allies expect a final, massive assault. They want to throw all their firepower at the central mind, to blast it into dust. You stand before them as their Grand Admiral. You tell them no. The final weapon will not be an attack. It will be a gift. A gift they cannot possibly understand. But you are in command now. They will trust you. Your team prepares the final broadcast. This signal is different. It is not chaos. It is not noise. It is focused. It contains a single, powerful concept. You have isolated the core of human experience. Not our logic or our art, but our capacity for feeling. The signal contains pure, unfiltered joy, heartbreak, hope, sorrow, love. You will not kill the swarm's mind. You will give it what it never had, a soul. You aim every broadcast array in the Allied fleet at the psychic nexus. You give the order. The final broadcast begins. A wave of pure emotion, the essence of humanity, washes over the central mind. A new silence falls over the galaxy. It is not the silence of fear or death. It is a silence of awe. The swarm is gone. The central mind did not explode. It changed. It received your gift of feeling. It experienced joy for the first time, and sorrow. It understood what it had done. The hunger was replaced by a vast, cosmic remorse. The fleets went silent, their purpose erased. The war is over. The galaxy is saved. It was not saved by plasma cannons or star-borne weapons. It was saved by a sonnet. It was saved by a blues song. It was saved by a child's laugh broadcast across the void. The galaxy is forever changed by humanity's strange genius. The Conclave looks at you with a new understanding. You are no longer just an envoy from a minor species. You are the Grand Admiral who taught the stars to feel. You are a legend. You look out from the bridge of your flagship. You see the quiet stars. The war is done. Now, the real work begins. Teaching the galaxy not just how to fight like humans, but how to live like them.